this juncture, permit me to express the heartfelt condolences of the Armed Forces of Nigeria to the families and communities affected by recent violent spate of attacks. We especially grieve with the nation over the tragic losses in the Yelwata, Benue states and other affected areas in both the southern and northern regions of our country. These senseless acts of violence against fellow citizens weigh heavily on our hearts. As always, we remain fully committed to ensuring that justice is served and that peace and stability are restored to all corners of Nigeria. Distinguished guests, it is worth recalling that exactly 2 years ago today, the current service chiefs and I were entrusted with the leadership of our respective services, the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, and the Nigerian Air Force, as well as the Defense Headquarters. On that day, we were charged by the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to steer the Armed Forces of Nigeria through one of the most challenging periods in our national history. Since then, we have been working as a unified team to respond to ever-evolving security threats facing our country. However, it is with deep sadness that I remind us of the unfortunate demise of our dear brother and colleague, the former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tariq Lagbaja, who passed away in November 2024. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Following his passing, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede was appointed as the next Chief of Army Staff. I must commend him for hitting the ground running, bringing renewed vigor, professionalism, and continuity to the strategic direction of the Nigerian Army. The Nigerian Navy is Chief of Naval Staff, the Chief of Air Staff, the Chief of Defense Intelligence, and all other chiefs have continued to work tirelessly to ensure that we restore peace and tranquility within our lovely country, Nigeria. A seamless transition has been vital in maintaining the momentum and cohesion we have built over the past 2 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the security landscape of our dear country remains dynamic and complex. We are contending with an array of adaptive and unconventional threats from non-state actors, including terrorism, insurgency, banditry, secessionist violence, and other forms of organized crime. These multifaceted threats underscore the urgent need for a comprehensive, multidimensional, and multidisciplinary approach. In response, the armed forces have fully embraced the whole of society approach, a framework that emphasizes synergy among the military, government institutions, and the people as a unified trinity in the fight against insecurity. The primary objective of today's engagement is to foster direct interaction with media executives from across the country. This platform allows us to present a clear and factual scorecard of our operations and activities over the past 2 years. More importantly, it provides an opportunity for an open dialogue where the media and members of the public can ask pressing questions and the service chiefs and head of security agencies can respond with sincerity and responsibility. We believe that truth and trust are the cornerstone of national resilience. We remain open in our activities, and we assure you that we are committed to protecting the lives and properties of Nigerians. In today's battles, particularly against terrorism and insurgency, we are not only engaged in physical combat but also fighting a war for the hearts and minds of the people. In this non-kinetic theater, the media is a powerful force. The battle for perception, which entails controlling the narrative and countering misinformation and disinformation, is essential to strategic success. How the media reports on our operations have a significant impact on public perception and morale, both locally and internationally. This is why we seek a professional, objective, and nation-oriented partnership with the media. Let me reaffirm that the Armed Forces of Nigeria remains unwavering in its mission to protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of our country. While kinetic operations are ongoing across all theaters, we have also come to fully appreciate the importance of non-kinetic strategies, which now constitute over 70% of the efforts required in modern asymmetric warfare. In this context, the media is not just a supportive actor, but a central player. Nigerians are deeply interested in understanding their security situation and future prospects. Hence, the narratives we shape as media professionals will significantly influence public sentiment, national unity, and peace building. As I conclude, let me once again appreciate all of you for honoring our invitation and urge you to continue working collaboratively with the Armed Forces of Nigeria and other security and law enforcement agencies to restore total peace and stability to our dear country. In this regard, I sincerely appreciate the Honorable Minister of Defense, Alhaji Abubakar Bado, CON, the Minister of State Defense, the Minister of Information, for their consistency and invaluable support to the armed forces. They have been there for us all through, and we continue to appreciate you, sir. Finally, profoundly and unequivocally appreciate the continuous, unwavering, and unprecedented support of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. He has been steadfast in ensuring that his renewed hope agenda brings tangible security and developmental development to all Nigerians. Yesterday, I'm sure we saw how the President also visited Benue State for all this sport assessment. It shows his commitment in ensuring that every Nigerian enjoys the peace in his country. Let me encourage us all not to despair, even in the face of temporal setbacks. Like we always said, defeat is temporal, victory is forever. Be assured that the Armed Forces of Nigeria, in synergy with all security agencies and Nigerians, are determined to overcome these challenges and make insecurity a thing of the past.